What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Uncomfortable. This is episode 4 or whatever. So we making movements, we getting somewhere. As you can see, we only got ladies on tonight, so this is ladies' night or whatever the case may be. I got my guests Justine and Amanda. Introduce yourselves. Let them know.
Well, hey guys, I'm Justine. I'm 23 and I'm from the Bronx, and I'm excited to be here and ready to talk our shit.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm from the Bronx as well. I'm 23. And I seen Mia's show and I was just like, yo, I really like what she's doing. She's really talking about real stuff. And I would like to be a part of it.
So we got her on board. Of course. So for this episode, we're gonna be talking about women and societal pressures. So things that we face as women that we feel like we only go through because we're women, and how it's just a pressure on us, how it makes us feel, and just how we go through that and how we move through that. So I'll ask you guys, what's something that you feel like is a big pressure on you in society because you're a woman, like whether it be from outside influences, inside, just like what's something that you feel you have a lot of pressure on you on because you're a woman?
I think a lot of the pressures that we get as women come from double standards.
Okay.
So the double standards from us and men. Anything a man can do in this life will always be okay and perfect because he's a man.
Right.
But anytime a woman will want to do anything out of the norm, out of the regular, it's always conceived as something else or like bad or looked down upon,
right?
Just because we're a woman at the end of the day. Speaking just from my own experiences, the things I've been through in my life, just working and at school, the kind of just like the differences between the genders and how like you get treated, because I've been in like male dominated fields. Like I've been doing a carpenter's apprentice program, and I get shit from the men all the time. They try to like make jokes, like sex jokes at me because I'm the only female.
Right.
So it's just like, dealing with things like that, being able to like redirect the energy and just being proud women and taking back our energy.
Okay, and Amanda?
I believe I would just say social media plays a really, really big part on females, especially me sometimes. And our lives and how we see each other, and ourselves.
Right.
So, as I was saying earlier, one of my biggest flaws is my eczema.
Right.
And I see all these beautiful women, and I'm just like, damn, like I really wish I had that glowing skin. Like that girl is glowing right now, and It's pressure. And you try to find all the possible remedies. Try to see all the skincares they're using. And all that. And you're just like, damn, like this is not gonna work for me because it has that and this and that. I'm allergic to this and that. So definitely social media.
Okay.
And as I was saying also before, the example that I had been looking through Instagram because I'm pretty nosy, and I found a young girl. She was probably like 17 or 18.
Okay.
And she's Cuban, and she's an artist. And I was looking through the photos, and I can tell the difference between like just a few months.
Yeah.
She had breast implants. I know for a fact she had breast implants. Super noticeable.
At such a young age,
and
too.
It's like at 17, like your body isn't fully developed
already.
Yet. Like I wished you would have just waited.
Yeah.
Like I really wish I would have told her that, because it's just like at 17,
like
I wasn't
not
even
needed.
fully developed.
Absolutely.
Like
wasn't even thinking about that at 17.
I'm still getting my curves. Like at 21, 22, you're still getting your curves, and you're still getting your body. So it's like you don't need to do it. I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm not saying, oh, you're doing your body, that's wrong. No.
Yeah.
You want to do that, go for it. I'm all for it. You're hot. Fuck it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah.
Like,
At the end of the day, we don't know
your booty done. You want to get your liposuction, go for it. Do it.
Yeah.
But personally, it's just like you're 17.
Like just relax.
Take your time. But then again, you have to see the area that she's in, or
You don't know the outside circumstances.
Yeah.
Like, you're living in LA.
Took into play.
LA.
Exactly.
You know everybody.
That's Hollywood.
Everybody's in LA.
Everybody's plastic.
Everybody's plastic. Everybody has to live up to that.
That's the norm. That's the standard.
But if you're in that light, you kind of have to sometimes, I guess, meet that societal acceptance. So you kind of have to reach different levels, and so you try different things just to be, you know, in that trend, be in society, and be that one. Like, I agree. I think definitely in the workplace, but heavily on social media, I feel a lot more pressure as a woman than I feel anywhere, because I just feel like I'm constantly judged. Like, no matter what I do, I could put up a picture in my bikini and I'll have people saying I'm looking for attention, and have people saying that, you know, I'm trying to show off my body. It just can't be that I'm just taking a bikini picture. Then I have that other side where I'm getting sexualized no matter what I post because I'm a woman. And then you have that other side where it's like I'm sitting here comparing myself to other women that I don't look like, that trigger my insecurities to where I wish I did. So it's like I'm sitting here comparing myself constantly, and I just feel like it's such a toxic place. And I feel like especially for women, like I just feel like it's really hard sometimes, like scrolling through social media, you feel like, I don't know, like I always feel this sense of like, well, damn, like if I don't post this, like I can see the difference between what kind of pictures get higher likes and which don't. Like,
it's sort of like a trend.
Yeah, like if I'm
showing if I'm getting a 500 to 1,000 likes on the picture that has my boobs and ass out, I'm gonna keep posting like that because that's what gets the most attention.
But if I post a picture or a video of my accomplishment, or like I won some award, it's just like, you know, like, or I'm doing something, it's like you don't get that full all those likes or all those comments, and it's just like,
honestly, I feel like we all, I mean, I don't want to speak for anybody, but I know personally, I actually felt at one point like, damn, I only have 100 and something likes, like, but then after a while, it's just like, bro, why?
Who am I, like, looking at the likes?
Care about this?
Trying to focus.
Like, it's so much. Like, no, I'm not even gonna do this to myself. Like, this is my social media. This is what I am. You like it, you don't, whatever. Like, it's just for me. Yeah. And just to see me.
Yeah, I agree. I think I used to think that sometimes too, like to be like, damn, like this picture only got 85 likes and people must not like it. Yeah. And I would find myself like deleting the picture, and I'm like, what the fuck? Yes. Like, why did I just delete the picture? And it's just like, it doesn't matter if 85 people liked it. Like, if I want to put it out there, I just put it out there.
Put it out there because it's your life. That's what makes you authentic and genuine and unique. Like, that's the power of social media has over you, because all these people, these influencers, they're putting filters, they're editing their photos. Yes. We already know how we look on our comfortable days. Right. So that's how everybody else looks on their comfortable days. And we know how each other looks on our good days. Like, we all have good days and bad days. Like, you can't expect somebody to be
like
perfect.
Kim Kardashian does not wake up and look like that in her photos.
Exactly.
Like, she just doesn't.
She's just not. It's clipped.
It's clipped. She looks like a regular person that wakes up in the morning with crust in their eyes, drool crust right here because maybe you drooled on your mouth. Like, you know, like nobody wakes up and looks like they have a fresh face. Like, you just fucking woke up. Like, you know, you were sleeping for some time. Like, you know, and I had to realize that, like, I compare myself too much. And when I had a friend tell me, like, once you start comparing yourself to people and the point where you're trying to uplift yourself to put them down, you've reached a terrible point. And I feel like there are so many people, especially women, on social media that go through that. That just stare at these people and they're like, fuck, like, I wish I looked like that.
Yep, they idolize these people. They look up to them. That's how, like, the trends start.
Yes, these people that are just regular people too. You feel me? And some of these people that did not look like that and wouldn't look like that.
Everything that they're looking up to, these people are chances to none insecure about themselves as well.
Period.
Like, they could be the most perfect person. They could love this about themselves, but I'm pretty sure on an off day, they're insecure about it as well. But that's just, like, how we all are as humans. Like, we all have our insecurities, and we all have the things that we love and hate about ourselves, and that's what makes us, like, who we are, because we're all not perfect.
Yeah, it really has to do with learning to accept yourself and learning to just, if you want to do better, do it.
Right.
Like, work for it. Like, if you're feeling insecure about, like, your tummy or whatever, like, okay, well, I mean, you can either work out or just love it. Okay.
Right, like
I tried too many times. I'm like, I love what this is.
Your significant other, male or female, will, if they really love you, they're gonna love you for who you are. Period.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not just about having a significant other, it's also just looking in the mirror like, all right, bitch, like, it's alright, you bad.
Right, like, no matter what.
You're bad.
You're bad,
Don't worry about it.
Like, no matter what,
it's not just about your body. Like, it's about your
Mm-hmm.
character as well. Like,
yeah.
if you're genuinely a good person,
your body doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
I think that's another one too. Like, the body has, like, for years, I think, like, with women, it's been crazy.
It's changed,
like, it's just
the
been
image.
like, I feel like when we was in middle school,
It's
getting your
really
body done was not
Barbie.
like getting your
It's
body
really
done when we was in
Barbie.
middle school was not a thing. Like,
it was not.
like, it was a thing, but it was
That's
not
the
a trend.
millennials now.
Yes, it was not a trend. Like, it was not a trend, but now it's
you
like,
know, we're actually
because
part of the
yeah, I think we're
millennials.
considered
We are
millennials. Yeah.
millennials.
Okay,
Yes.
fine.
We're still young. We only 23. We're only 23. Even though it's
But like, I feel like
24.
we have a little bit of a drift because
I
we
just
still
turned
have the
24.
90s. We have the
Yeah.
90s lick on us, so
Yeah.
it's just like
But I do
we
feel
kind of see both sides of the fence.
But I do feel like bodies right now. Like, I just feel like I have never seen so many people get their body done. Like, I
agree.
cannot believe it. Like, and it's
It's
just
just
like,
all like boom.
yes, and it's just
boom,
like
which is nothing wrong with it.
No,
Like,
it's
power
not.
to you. You a bad
right,
bitch.
like, do what you have to do.
But it's just like, why do you feel like you need it? Like, why is the pressure
Yes.
there?
and I feel like
just
that
understanding
pressure
that.
is there because it's like, I don't want to only blame society, but it's like when you looking at all these women that you look up to that mainly have their body done.
You're like, that's what it takes to be them, so I'm gonna do it.
Or if that's what it takes to get the attention, I'm gonna try it. Or like, if that's what, because I don't know, I feel like there are some people that do get surgery because they really do believe that it'll make them happy. But I feel like, I guess I feel like
there was some kind of influence there.
Yes, there has to
Absolutely.
be. Like, there has to be.
They have to see it from somewhere. Like, all of this is learned behavior.
Yeah, I think we, like, someone said that to me once too. Like, everything we see, everything we do is from something. We get influenced from something or someone all the time. We may not know it all the time, but that's the way we dress, or that's the way we like to carry ourselves, or the things we like to do. And I just realized there are some celebrities that I look up to, but it's like, I don't know, like, I don't know if all of them have their body done. Like, I mean, I hope not, but if they do, then they do. Like, it's whatever. But I do feel like you don't really, I don't feel like surgery is necessary. Like, I feel like, listen,
if
like,
you really want to get there, I mean, like, obviously you gotta work for it.
Yeah.
Like, you wanna have your butt nice and firm, you have to work out. Like,
and I feel like unless the person has taken like the steps necessary to get there, like if you worked out, if you done everything you
and
feel
it
like
just
you
didn't
could have
work out,
done,
and you feel like it didn't
then by
work.
all means
Right.
do it, because then I guess some way you feel validated, like that you can do it, or even if you haven't, just because if you have it like that, or if you just want to, like, I feel like that's okay as well. But it's just like the question of why a lot of people nowadays feel like
they need to do it.
Yeah. Even though that certain women get influenced on social media because of the beautiful bodies. And the beautiful
I think there
makeup.
definitely has been
There
a
has
big
been a change.
surge of like women, like big and curvy women, like modeling and being out there,
like
and,
Lizzo too,
getting
being
out there
comfortable,
and being themselves. Like especially Lizzo. Like she be on Instagram, bow. I be like, yes,
body
bitch.
out,
like,
yes.
I
Me too.
could
Like,
never. I could never.
But you know what it is? I feel like that's not a societal pressure, but that's something that's lifted off of her, because it's like, look at her. People would not expect that someone of her body would do something like that, but it's just like, but why not?
Why not?
Like, what is
Absolutely.
the problem? If you could do it the way you look, why can't I do it the way I look?
I mean, honestly, I think we all go through those
phases with our body, like
especially as women, like the hormones fluctuate, like you go up and down.
But it's like you
women
always
go through so many
yes.
hormones.
But it's like,
y'all don't understand.
Yeah, they don't.
Y'all don't know. Y'all think y'all know, but y'all don't know. Gotta take a shot to that.
Oof. Yeah, cheers it.
Oh, cheers.
Woo! Ow. That's nasty.
She took a shot to that.
She's taking another one.
Whoa.
But anyway, but I feel like it's nice to have that male dominance, but I feel like that's also what drives me to try to be like as independent as a woman as I can. Because I just feel like I try to be independent because I just feel like I don't want I don't want to feel like I need a man to do anything. Like
absolutely not.
Like I feel like I can do anything I want, and I can do whatever I need for me to do it. Like if I have to do it,
it's not even like a prideful thing.
Yeah,
I'm not even trying to be stuck up. It's just like, okay, I need to be strong.
Yes.
I need to do this because what happens if I don't have somebody who has my backbone?
Right.
Like, I gotta have my own backbone.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, that's just what anybody else would say or do, man or woman.
Right.
Or whatever gender. Like they would, I need to survive. I need to do what I gotta do regardless. Yeah. So why should it matter specifically if you're a woman doing it?
And that's why I feel like even today, like the way I carry myself, like first of all, I walk around with pepper spray all day, every day. Like I stay strapped up. Like I'm not playing, and I'm trying to get my hands on a knife. So if anybody knows anybody that sells a knife, please let me know. Oh, you do? Please do, because no, because you know what it is. I feel like it's so fucking sad that women always get kidnapped, but it's like obviously because we're the more vulnerable ones, right? Like you don't ever hear of somebody kidnapping a man. We're constantly targets because it's like, oh, she's vulnerable. Yeah, okay. So I pull out this pepper spray and now we both coughing. I don't give a fuck. I don't even give a fuck if I have to spray this shit and I get coughed too. We both gonna be coughing then, and you're not gonna be able to catch me if we both coughing. That's the end of the day.
I'm running whatever opposite way.
Yes, but it's just crazy because it's like you have to be in your P's and Q's. Like they just sent a picture and it was all over social media that there was a car in my neighborhood that was looking for victims, and it's just like, wow. Like now I have to I'm always in my P's and Q's, but now I have to really be cautious because there's people going around looking for girls, and it's like when you're a woman, it's like, fuck, like I can't even go nowhere by myself really in a dark time. I can't walk around, like I have to walk with a man, or I have to not go.
Think
like
deeply about sex trafficking.
It does.
Yes.
It's like,
and it's like, even at night,
even think about doing such a thing. It's like,
that's just
and it's just
disturbing.
Like that kind of like area makes women the target, like knowing that you can't do certain things at night or at certain times of the day because you might be a target.
Yep.
But if it's a man, they're okay to go outside at 3:00 in the morning. They're okay
go to the store,
go outside
nothing,
at nighttime.
You can't do
like
that.
Like the girl that got attacked in the liquor store. Like we can't even get a bottle of
liquor,
wine or something,
or we get bit on the face.
Attacked. You don't ever see that happening to a man. Like obviously, there's dangers every day, all the time. But
that's another one.
Are more increased for us.
But that's another one too. That's another thing that society doesn't understand. That's a pressure too. Rejection. When a woman rejects a man, it's like they always be like, just don't you don't have to give them their number, but bro, some of them will wait. Some of them will stalk you, walk with you the whole way somewhere you're going until you give them your number.
Or they yell at you, or a person across the street, like, or especially in New York City.
Or you give them your number and they call you right in front of you, like to make sure it's your number. And I'm just like, what?
Like you're that insecure, and like, if I gave you the wrong number, get the hint. Like,
but it's just like, even in that instance when he asked her, I'll buy you the wine, and she said no, and so you attack me, like that's
that's
like, you feel me?
That's scary.
Like that's what you, and it's just like you would never think you going in the liquor store
and you're gonna get PSD for life.
Yeah, PSD for life, and it's just like you don't even know how that makes, not why, but how that makes her feel that, because you're just doing that because she's a woman, because you would not do that to no guy, right? You wouldn't ask, if you're not gay, right? So you're not going to ask a guy if he wants to buy, you want to buy him some wine, and you wouldn't buy a wine for a guy anyway. Why? Because it's gay. Even though it's not, you can do that, but whatever. Some guys think that, but it's just like
the homophobia showing. And
exactly. We see it and it's whack, but it only happened to her because she's a woman. It's just like rejection is a big one. Like, I didn't even think about that. I'm just free flowing today. I didn't even have no questions planned. I'm just like, we're just gonna talk. We're gonna just chat this out. Like whatever comes to mind. But like, I know that one really just like, I've dealt with that a lot. Like, you know, like psst, like all that whispering shit. And
it's a big one. I get the all the time.
It's like,
yeah, when they do too much. Like, I hate when they stare at you. I'm just like, hey, you're getting creepy.
Right, and now I'd be like, no, thank you, just so they could leave me alone. I'd be like, I'm good, no, thank you, I'm okay. And sometimes they still, like, keep going, pursuing, or, like, it's even the silent ones that just stare at you or, like, inch closer, and you're just like, are you gonna make my day uncomfortable? Like, leave me alone. Some things that I've experienced, like, throughout my journey will be like, the men will be like, yo, what color? I'm like, what color?
What color? What? What?
You know, what color?
Your underwear?
Like, yes, and I'm like, what color you got on? And they'll be like, oh, and they'll just start laughing. So it's just like, you can't let those things get to you, but in your head, you're just like, what are you doing? Like, why do you think that this is okay? But in the manner that they did it would be like, it would be like multiple people around in a circle. It wouldn't be like 3 people or 1 person. It would be like a group thing. So everybody's watching to see how you're gonna react. If
and it's like
cry,
you're trying to embarrass me.
You're gonna be upset. If you're gonna go tell, because then you're gonna be a snitch and sensitive, like, and they're gonna call you a bitch.
Yeah.
So they try to intimidate you or like, you know, try to get ways to like nick at you. But it's all about how to redirect the energy and not let it get to you.
Yeah, because I feel like
I think I do it well. Like,
you're really being the bigger
person.
Yeah,
like, really being
honestly,
the bigger
person. I feel like turning it into a joke, like, in a way, makes them trust me even more. So I could like actually get the real insider's way of how everything works in a male's life.
I'm fucking crying, yeah.
Like, but I feel like be the spy.
Yeah. I feel like you should just get that respect anyway. Like, women should just get that. Like, it shouldn't be like, because I'm a woman.
There shouldn't be no, like, jokes or anything like
that. This is the workplace, bro.
And it's like, there's so many other jokes that you can make.
About this. I'm trying about my money. I'm about my money.
And it's like
and I got my own life.
And you can make so many other jokes. It's like, why do they have to be sexual? Like, it always has to be about sex. Like, you can't even, like, make fun of something else, like my shoes and my hair. It just has to be like, oh, what color? Like, it's just like, wow. Like, that's what you're gonna do. Like,
that's actually really straightforward. Like, what color?
Like, that's really disgusting.
Yeah, it's just like, okay. And it's just like crazy because in that moment, I'm like, all right, how do I react? A, get upset. B, leave. And I'm like, D, make it a joke. Boom, and then everybody started laughing and cut his ass. So it's just like, it threw the energy to him. So it's just like, all figuring it out. And they're like, yo, you handled him, blah, blah, blah. So I'll get praise from the other men, like, you know, you didn't let that phase you, him trying to get to you in front of everybody.
Yeah, which is a big thing because it's like sometimes you want to lose your shit. Like, what the fuck you said? Like,
but you can't let them have that power over you because then that shows that maybe you have that weakness and that they're better than you and like, we're some boss ass bitches.
And not only that, but it's just like even though you're trying to make fun of me, like even though you're trying to make fun of me, it's just like if it's because I'm a woman, I feel like that makes you a weak nigga because if you even feel like you have to put me down because I'm a woman in the same field as you, that makes you weak. That means I make you feel insecure. Because why does it matter?
I'm the one intimidating you, and I'm over here thinking you guys are intimidating like me.
I have this question. So, what do you think is something you would tell younger women growing up that they should be prepared for? That's things that they're gonna go through in society. Just like, what would you tell them? Like,
okay. Going back to the example I gave earlier with the young girl that I seen, the artist from she was Cuban. You're 17, and like I said earlier, you should definitely just wait. Like, be patient with yourself. Yeah. Know yourself, because when it comes to sexuality and society with women, it's like you have to be patient with yourself because you expect yourself to know yourself at 20. Like, it also has to do with age. Yeah. It's like mentality and brain. Facts, it's like, even when all people are 40 years old, they barely know themselves. Yeah. It's all psychology. And it's all like, mental. You really need to just chill out. Just wait, girl. Like, you're fire. You're young. You're beautiful. Just wait. If you go small, itty bitty, it's alright. Yeah, like it's okay. It's okay. Like, itty bitty tees. It's alright. And Mia got the rest for us. Yeah, she got the rest.
And even if you have big boobs, like, it's okay. Like,
exactly.
It's okay. Like, you know, like, somebody's gonna love you for your boobs being big. Yeah. Somebody's gonna love you for your boobs being small, medium, whatever size they look like. They boobs, so they gonna love them regardless. Exactly. Like, you know, like,
if there's a nipple there, it's alright. Sorry for the 13-year-olds, 15-year-olds.
Right. Like, I've never known somebody to not have nipples, but if they don't have nipples, it's fine.
Person, like, that's okay too. Like, there's somebody for everybody. Yeah,
I feel like it's just like, I would tell a younger virgin woman, like, don't worry about the way you need to dress. or the way you need to express yourself when you go outside, because you're going to get sexualized regardless. And that's something I would tell them, like, doesn't matter what you put on. You can have on baggy sweatpants and a hoodie and look like the bummiest of bum. And somebody was like, and they still got fire. Look at that ass. Like something. Like,
you look crazy, they're gonna still holler.
It don't matter what you. It don't matter what you do, and it's like, it's not your fault that you're being sexualized. This has nothing to do with you and more to do with them. They're just putting it on you, and it's like, it's no matter what you do. Like, you should. If you want to wear leggings and your ass looks good in them, do it. If you want to fucking wear a shirt that shows your cleavage and you want to tie it, fucking do it. If you want to show your stomach, do it. If you have nipple rings and you don't want to wear a bra, you want to wear a shirt, do it, because it doesn't matter. Like, they're gonna say something to you regardless, no matter if you do it or not. Like, somebody's always gonna say something. We're a woman. Like, I feel like apparently we have too many assets, it seems, because it's just like, I guess the ass and titties is too much, and then the face be like a little bit of a combo, and I was too much for you. But it's just like, no matter what, someone's always gonna say something or think something. So it's like, you're getting sexualized all the time, and I don't take it as a negative thing. I just feel like, it's like, at this point, it's like, what the fuck can I do? Like, I'm gonna wear whatever the fuck I want, like, period. Like, and if you're gonna say something to me about it and you're gonna holler at me, you're gonna do that whether I was wearing it or not. So I shouldn't let that define me. I shouldn't let society telling me that because if I'll show my boobs and if I wear a tight skirt, I deserve for somebody to say something to me, because I don't. This is the way I'm expressing myself with my clothing, and I can do that any which way I want. If a guy's allowed to wear what he wants, I can wear whatever I want as well. So
if he could sag his pants and have his ass cheeks out, why can't we have a little cleavage showing?
Exactly.
Why can't we, have a little high-waisted jeans going on? Why can't we have a crop top? Like, what is that?
Why is it always like attention seeking? It's not attention seeking. I'm just trying to be confident.
Right.
I love my.
It's not even trying to be. I am feeling confident.
If I love a certain spot of my body and I want to be out and I want to have a showing in the setting that I choose, why not?
I feel like you should be able to do whatever you want.
Absolutely.
I feel like that's something I feel like is a big societal pressure. Like, women being confined to this like circle of being a woman. Like, we are not allowed to do this. Like, we have to cover up and we can't wear this. And if we wear this, expect this. Like, just because my boobs is out doesn't mean that's an invitation for you to talk to me. Like, you know what I mean?
Can we talk about Cardi B?
Let me put my thing in you. That doesn't mean this or this or that. Like,
you say you want to talk about Cardi B?
Yeah, Cardi B.
What about her?
About WAP. Like,
okay. That's interesting.
I feel like that's an adult
song.
It is an adult song.
I think that it's a song for everybody, and it is not.
It's
like,
not.
It's clearly not for kids.
It's not for kids. And I feel like she's definitely been getting a lot of backlash
for that show.
Like, I'm not trying to just talk about celebrities, but when you sexualize yourself like that, or like, not just sexualize yourself, but you're open with your sexuality. Like, yo, bro, like, I'm fucking hot. Like, look at me. Like, I know I got the WAP. And I feel like she's been getting a lot of backlash for that.
And you feel
it's
like
just
it's
like,
wrong.
okay, you know what to teach your children, and you know what not to teach your children.
Absolutely.
At some age, they will understand, like, okay, you're old enough to understand this goes inside there,
and this gets
bees
wet,
and honey, and birds and
the
bees.
Some
I
shit
said
like
birds and honey. I'm thinking about my boyfriend. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm fucking crying. Nah, but you're absolutely right. Like, they will learn. And I feel like I had a conversation with one of my male friends about that. And he was like, nah, but like, that's wrong or something. Like, she shouldn't like do that. And I'm like, but you know what? I feel like at one point I used to say the same thing. Like, oh, like, these people influence people. But it's just like, it's really not their fault who they influence. Yeah. It's about who wants to be influenced. You choose who wants to be influenced. Obviously, you wouldn't play WAP around your child if you don't want them to be saying wet ass pussy. Like, you just like, that's just something you should not do, because it's obviously an adult song. And it's like, I would say that it's half and half. I feel like half people feel like she shouldn't be doing that. Like, she's talking about it too much. She's too open. She's a this, she's a that. But then it's the other half where it's just like, she's just being open with her sexuality and telling the truth. She thinks her pussy's wet. She feels she feels
like she's getting shit off the song. But if it was a man talking about how many bitches or hoes he got, degrading women, this and this.
I fuck that bitch. Yeah.
Money, blonde,
she sucked my dick. Yeah.
Like,
bro, what the fuck?
They would know. They'll be like, oh, y'all lit. Y'all popping. You're fire. Like, and she's gonna think, oh, this is not suitable for our future of our children. Like, bitch, where's the double standard in that? What about our men, like, creating the pathway and the image for our future young boys? Yeah. Like, and that's just as important as our
women. Absolutely. Just how they be like, teach your daughter to respect herself. No, teach your son to respect our daughters. Like, that's the way it should be. Like, it's not about it's the both of them. It's you teach your daughter to respect herself, but also teach your son to respect women. Like, just like you said, there are a lot of male rappers that could sway and guide little boys to be thinking that, oh, this bitch could suck my dick, like you said, or my shit is 8 feet, so she falls on it deep, or some stupid shit they be saying. I don't know. They be chatting, but it's just like they be talking about it, and then nobody says it, and it's just like it's a thing in that nature too. And it's like Cardi B's getting slack, but nobody's telling them anything, and it's just like it's because she's a woman, and it's like you're not supposed to do that as a woman. You're not supposed to make a song about how wet your pussy is, because apparently that's just too much for society to deal with.
But man can make a song about how big and long his dick is.
Like, but it's too much of society for a woman to do it.
Dick.
Yeah,
like you know, there's so many songs about.
But it's too much for society for a woman to do that. It's too much. Like she's being too open, and as a lady, you're not supposed to do that. And it's just like, as a lady, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Like, you know, like I should be able to, and nobody otherwise. Yeah, because it's like, and it's not only because men can do it too. It's just I should be able to. There should be no restriction on me. It's not even about only men. It's just that there should be no restriction or cap on me because I'm a woman. Like, you know, like that's not okay. Like, I just feel like it's just weird to feel like I'm not allowed to do certain things because I know, or feel like I will get judged because I'm a woman. It makes me feel weird. Like, oh, like if I post this picture, like will it be taken the wrong way? Like, or if I say this,
will I get more like
attention? Like, you know, like usual? Well, what is it that's exuding all of this because I'm doing this, and like, and why, you know, like
versus if you were like just post a picture of you in a flowery field versus
like
a picture with your lingerie. Like, the difference of attention you would get.
When I watched your first show, you were talking about the eye emojis.
Yes.
That's immediately what I thought about. I was like, people will definitely send you the eye emoji, and it's like, what the fuck does that even mean? What the fuck are you looking? Hello?
Yo, I used to say this. Yo, I thought I was the only one that thought that. I'm like, that is so fucking annoying. Like, I feel like, what do you like?
What are you looking at, bro? What happened, bro? What happened? And I know it looked good, bro. But what happened?
And I be saying, like, yes, I be saying, like, I'm not gonna ask you. I know you looking at me clearly, but I'm not gonna ask you for what, because I feel like you should just say it. So I'm not responding now. That's what it's gonna
at least say, you're looking pretty good today,
and then like,
you're looking beautiful today.
And then you can add the emoji.
Exactly, like
maybe that adds.
I feel like the eye emojis is the man coming out the bushes. So it's just like, why
it's
creepy,
exactly. It looks creepy.
Like that,
it's like creepy. It looks creepy. Yeah, that was so fucking funny. Like, I was like, I have to say this because
I immediately thought about that. I was like, eye emojis.
Yes, like I was like, typical, take that the fuck out. Like, I was like, please,
get out of here. Pack it up.
So, Justine, what would you tell young women?
Oh yeah, I would tell young women just to like be open, to find yourself, and to like discover who you really are, because there's gonna be a lot of forces at play, like just like we were saying, the pressures of social media,
absolutely,
and the double standards that you're gonna go through, like your whole life. Like, being a woman, we're gonna have double standards. We're gonna have pressure from social media, from our whole life, from everything, regardless. Period. So like, just navigating and being able to find that and being open, so you can like pinpoint who you are exactly, and just don't let anybody intimidate you or be scared or to let you shy away from who you really are. Because at the end of the day, you're born alone and you're gonna die alone. So why not just do what you do?
Well, you're not gonna die alone. Hopefully not. Like,
well, hopefully not.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, you might die alone, but hopefully not.
Like, you know, hopefully you you'll be around like good spirit, love,
right, right.
True. Like
essentially, wow. I don't know if that's a word. Essentially. Okay, we'll look it up.
Essentially, I don't know.
Essentially,
I don't think
like the essence of your soul.
Yes.
Like the essence of that. Okay. Will, like it'll go by itself. Hopefully, unless like something crazy happens.
Right.
And so, like, it's only you at the end of the day. So you have to find who you are and
for sure,
what makes yourself happy and content so that you could live the best life.
So I feel like we dived into a lot of topics. We talked about a lot of societal pressures. I think the main ones we could take away is about double standards, social media, and how that affects us and how we think it'll affect younger women. I think we definitely talked about that, and also just about small things like rejection and shit like that. So I just want to hear from you guys. What do you guys feel like as women is a pressure for you, and what would you tell to a younger woman to just give them some type of insight? And what's just something you go through that you feel like it's just like, damn, you think to yourself, like, if I wasn't a woman, I wouldn't go through this.
So let us know if you go through the same things that we
we're interested to hear. Like, I'm always interested to hear you guys your opinions and your insights. So I'm always interested to hear y'all. So just always make sure you comment below on YouTube or on Instagram at uncomfortable_pod. And thank you to my guest Justine and my guest Amanda for coming on here and representing for the ladies. It was definitely lit. I'm gonna try to do a little more lady stuff. I'm having a lot of man energy on here, so I'm trying to get a little bit more of the feminine energy, bringing it back.
Men bashing.
No men bashing, of course not. Okay, I agree. But yes, thank you for tuning into another episode of Uncomfortable, and thank you for fucking with the kid. Peace out.